So today I'm in High Point, North Carolina, and I'm actually at the historical park, to be precise, in High Point. And right behind me is the Hoggatt House, H-O-G-G-A-T-T. And this is actually the oldest colonial home built in Guilford County. And it was built back around 1754, so back in the mid 18th century. So there's a couple more buildings around here as well. There's an old schoolhouse, which is right over there, that red building over there. There's also the Haley House behind this one, and a blacksmith shop also behind this house. So I will be walking around there today, talking about the history of these places. I've driven by here a few times before. I've always wanted to get out, look up close and personal, read the history about these places, because again, these are historical structures. And I believe the Haley House is actually on the National Register of Historic Places. So pretty freaking awesome. So again, a random filming Sunday. Did not have this in mind today. I was kind of sitting around the homestead. It was very nice out. It's about 87 degrees, sunny with a light breeze. So it's a perfect day to get out and film. Not really any bad humidity, so I won't be sweating to my death. But yeah, I just wanted to get out here today, come over here and film. So random day, but should be full of interesting and historical facts. Learn something new. And yeah, I hope you all will enjoy. Without further ado though, let's get right into it. So before I walk over to all the structures here and explain more of the history about them, I first want to go over here and read this placard, because I saw it when I first came over here, and it talks about the oldest colonial trail. It says, ancient Indian warrior trading path, a branch passed through Guilford County. Here ran from the Great Lakes to Georgia. Used by colonialists in Indian treaty around 1744, but traveled after 1745 at their own risk. Most heavily traveled, early American road, English, Scotch, Irish, and German settlers followed the Quakers down this path around 1750. As the first white settlers in Guilford County, Roanoke to Salem to Salisbury to Charlotte, marker was placed by the North Carolina Society Colonial Dames, 27th century. Yeah, I just wanted to read that placard because I saw it when I walked up and was just curious. Didn't know if it belonged to the houses or not. But like I mentioned, this house right here is the Hoggatt House, and this placard right here talks about the Hoggatt House. And it says, the oldest building in High Point. Colonial home of Mary and Philip Hoggatt, a Quaker potter. Typical example of a pre-revolution home built in Guilford County around 1754 and was in continuous use until the 1960s. Yeah, continuous use until the 1960s, which I still think that these structures are still being used by the High Point City Museum today. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they have like arts and crafts, I wouldn't say festivals, but they have like arts and crafts things out here that they use these buildings for. And people can come out here, go inside these buildings, and they'll show you how to sew and knit and crochet and all that kind of stuff. So kind of what they would do back in the 18th and 19th centuries, pretty much. So this placard right here kind of explains a little bit more about the Hoggatt House. It says Philip and Mary Hoggatt built this house in 1754, 4 miles southwest of here. The Hoggatts were among the first Quakers to move to this area, and it was donated by Miss Betty Jo Kellum. The cabin was relocated to this site in 1973 and restored with funds from the Amos family. The cabin now contains a floor loom and other textile production artifacts of the early 19th century. Like I said, craft demonstrations are also conducted here. So yeah, like I mentioned, they have like arts and crafts demonstrations here at these buildings throughout the month. Now, I don't know if it's certain times of year that they have them here. Maybe it's throughout the entire year. I'm not quite sure. But the High Point Museum is right over there. And they pretty much run the arts and crafts demonstrations that they have here at these houses. So yeah, I'm not quite sure, like I said, when they have these arts and crafts demonstrations. I would probably assume maybe on the weekends. It says Robert L. Amos, 1880 to 1968, given by Miss Charlotte M. Amos and family. Take a peek over here inside this window. See what they have going on in here. Yeah, so I mean, it looks like a typical 18th, 19th century inside. Very, very colonial, which I mean, it should look that way. But yeah, I mean, this really great craftsmanship. Had these brick chimneys, which if you guys have watched my videos in the past, you know I love these brick and stone chimneys. Got that nice stone foundation right there. Yeah, I mean, really nice house. I mean, built back in the 18th century, mid 18th century, this house is pretty freaking amazing. This bench right here, and it says honoring Washington Street, past, present, and future. Not quite sure what that means, but. And it was originally built as a single room cabin with a large stone fireplace. But around 1824, it was enlarged with a second room. Another room was added, and it looks like it had to have been right here. So I think this part right here was added on in 1824. So pretty much the house would have only been about this size right here. Try to back up and get a better shot. So about right there is kind of where the house would have originally been built to. And then they added this part right here on in 1824. Yeah, again, I know that most people really don't care much about history. And I wouldn't really say that I'm a history buff. I don't really know a lot about history, but I mean, just to come out and witness stuff like this, learn about it, talk about it, share it with all of you, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's a really big stone chimney right there. That one is massive. You got some wood shutters protecting that window. But yeah, I mean, for this thing to be built back in the late 1700s, possibly 1801, this is amazing structure right here. Quality craftsmanship. Just don't really have them made like this anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my way down over here to the Haley House, which is that house right there. I'm gonna walk down these steps right here. Yeah, this right here was the Blacksmith Shop, and I'll go over there in just a minute. But this amazing house right here is the Haley House. And this house is freaking beautiful. I mean, look at this thing. Wow, what a house. You actually have a herb garden right here. I am not an aficionado when it comes to herbs, but you have dill right here, sorrel, madder, M-A-D-D-E-R, madder. I've never heard of that before. Peppermint, lemon balm. And chamomile. So yeah, I mean, you have some array of herbs out here. Yeah, I have a goodly heritage. Alexander Martin, chapter DAR 1976. Okay, I don't know what that is, but yeah, I have a goodly heritage. It smells really good over here too, by the way. But yeah, nice little herb garden. But this Haley house is amazing looking. I mean, this thing does not look like it was built back in the 18th century. Like, no way. But yeah, the Haley house was built back in 1786 by Quakers John and Phoebe Haley. And it is the earliest surviving structure on its original foundation in Guilford County. And its early Piedmont architecture style, known as a Quaker plan. So that's a little bit of information about the Haley house here. There's a placard over here. Come over here and read this. But yeah, it says in 1786, John and Phoebe Haley built this home on the Petersburg, Virginia to Salisbury, North Carolina road, a major trade route. At that time, the Haleys owned 368 acres of land around the site. John Haley was a blacksmith by trade, which that over there was his blacksmith shop, but also served as sheriff, wow, tax collector, and road commissioner. Man, he was a jack of all trades. The home is now furnished with the late 18th century furniture, ceramics, and household goods. Wow. This story and a half house was built on the Quaker plan with 3 rooms and 3 interior chimneys. That's really awesome. Yeah, I mean, oh, and they have restoration began in 1966 with funds from the city of High Point, the High Point Historical Society, and the Junior League. The Haley House is listed in the National Register of Historic Places. That is really freaking awesome. And you have like a seal kind of thing here. County of Guilford, historic property, courage and faith. I would love to get inside this house, actually any of these structures here, but unfortunately, the museum is closed today, so we'll not be getting in, but maybe eventually one day I might come out here and see if I can get inside. Might be kind of hard to see because of the glare. I'll try to go on this side maybe a little bit, might be easier. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, really awesome. That bed looks pretty comfy, actually. But yeah, the Haley house. Hoggatt House right up there. Looks like over here is a well, maybe, of some sort. Another bench with some stuff on it. Robert Clifton Snyder III, Eagle Scout Troop 77, 1987. And this is where the bucket would have been hanging from, I guess, and it would have went right down there. The rope would have been around this little gizmo. And they would just drop the bucket down in there, pull it back up, and they would get their water. Yeah, this is really awesome out here. Like I said, I've driven by here a few times, not very many, but I have looked over here and I was like, man, this looks pretty cool. I want to go over there and film one day. And today just happened to be that day. Kind of a lazy Sunday. Just wanted to get out. It's nice out. It's about 87 degrees, sunny, so perfect day to film. I like those windows up there. But yeah, this house is a story and a half. Not 2 stories, not 1, but 1.5 stories. And I just love these old wooden doors. Really adds the vibe to this place. And it's the back side of the house here, and it's right off the main road too. Can't see in that window. And it has electricity too. Yeah, I really love this house. Love this house. This house is really amazing. Quality craftsmanship right here. I mean, yeah, it was restored, but still. Yeah, here's a placard about the Haley House. It says, built in 1786 by John Haley, blacksmith and sheriff, on the Petersburg-Salisbury Road, later a tavern. Wow. Now preserved as a museum. Wow. Used to be a tavern. That is crazy. So what this would remind me of, because I've traveled the world a lot, and if this was actually still a tavern today, this would remind me of some place in like Ireland. And you would like see a place like this off one of the roads in Ireland or something. Old building, brick building, and go in there and get a beer, a Guinness. That's what that reminds me of. So the blacksmith shop, John Haley's blacksmith shop right here, dates back to around 1841. And this building was actually originally located in Davidson County, North Carolina. And it was relocated here. So yeah, they brought this blacksmith shop over here to pretty much represent John Haley's blacksmith trade. I love these doors right here, these barn type doors. But imagine John Haley being in there doing his blacksmith duties. It'd be pretty awesome to witness. Man, these buildings are just so immaculate. I mean, yeah, they've been restored, but man, they're just so beautiful though. Insanely beautiful. So here's a placard about the blacksmith shop. It says, this restored log structure is a working blacksmith shop equipped with tools and materials similar to those John Haley used in his trade. The shop was found in Davidson County and was relocated to this site in 1970 with funds from the Millis family. It is believed that this structure was built in the mid-1700s. John Haley's blacksmith shop. So built back in the mid-18th century. Got that brick chimney. And you see they had this place locked up, so you cannot get in there. I wonder if I can maybe see. Kind of really can't see that well in there, unfortunately. Might be able to see through this window right here. Again, don't know how good the glare might be making it difficult to see, but trying not to put it right up against the glass or anything. Yeah, pretty awesome. The old blacksmith shop, John Haley's blacksmith shop. Yeah, so if you're a real big fan of history, or if you just like old structures, old buildings, you will definitely like this video. See if I can maybe put the camera right up against the glass here. If you guys will look inside this way. And like I said, I will have to come back out here at some point and try to see if I can get inside these houses, because it would be amazing to go inside there and just walk around, especially that Haley house over there. That would just be so cool to go in there and just walk around and film the inside, because it is a museum, because they said that it is a preserved museum now. So yeah, John Haley's Blacksmith Shop right there. Really awesome. Yeah, like I said, I really dig this place out here. I mean, you're kind of like in the middle of High Point, like the downtown area somewhat. So I mean, you're gonna have traffic and stuff, but this place is really somewhat peaceful for there to be a main road right here behind me. It's very scenic out here. So if you're ever in this area, pay this place a visit. It's pretty awesome. Learn a lot of history in like a couple hours. But now I want to talk about the Little Red Schoolhouse right here. So this schoolhouse was built, I believe, back in the 1930s, and it served as an annex classroom for first graders for the Ray Street Elementary School. Now, I don't know if Ray Street Elementary School still exists, probably not, I've never heard of it, but for 30 or so years, it served as an annex classroom for first graders for that school. So another interesting thing about this building is that it actually did catch fire, but it went unscathed. But not long after, this school was abandoned as a first grade classroom, and it sat abandoned for a little while, and then some local people in the High Point area decided to turn it into a history museum. I doubt this is open, but let's see. Yeah, nope, not open. But yeah, they turned it into a High Point museum, and I believe that's what it's used for today. But yeah, I believe that's what this building is used for now, is pretty much just to teach kids arts and crafts and stuff like that. Probably some history about this place. But yeah, like I said, this place caught fire, went abandoned, and then some people turned it into a museum. So I'm gonna walk over here because there is a placard over there that I want to look at that will talk more in depth about this schoolhouse, or what used to be a schoolhouse. This right here. So it said the Little Red Schoolhouse was built in 1930 to house the overflow of first grade students at the Ray Street Elementary School in downtown High Point. It was used as an educational site until 1961. Miss Louis F. Voorhees was the architect, and his wife, Elizabeth Peyton Voorhees, was the first teacher. Mr. and Mrs. P. Hunter Dalton Jr. donated the schoolhouse to the High Point Preservation Society. Moved to this site in 1987 and restored through the efforts of Mr. E.A. Pete Peyton, the High Point Preservation Society, and the High Point Historical Society. This structure now serves as a memorial to all the one-room schoolhouses that once dotted this state. So it's a memorial site, pretty much. It's not a museum anymore. I thought maybe they used this for maybe just the kids that came here and wanted to learn arts and crafts and history and stuff like that. But according to this, it says it serves as a memorial to the one-room schoolhouses that once dotted the state. Yeah, very interesting. I'm not sure what this is over here, though. Yeah, really awesome. Yeah, what the heck is this thing? Donated by William Snow Hayes, 1911-1970. What the heck is this thing though? I can kind of move this. Yeah, I'm not sure what they use this for. If you know, let me know in the comment section below, because I am very curious. Don't know what this was, but you got some plastic bottle and a can in there. Yeah, the Little Red Schoolhouse, built back in 1930. I love that street lamp. Caught fire, but didn't burn. Still standing strong, even though it was restored. Still a very cool building. So yeah, you have the Little Red Schoolhouse over there. Got the Blacksmith Shop here, the Haley House here, and the Hoggatt House right up there. So if you're ever in High Point, I would definitely say come out here and pay this place a visit. It is very awesome, pretty cool little area, full of a bunch of history. So if you're into history and also old school architecture, then this would be a great place for you to come out and see. I mean, even though you have the main road right over here with traffic going by, it's still pretty peaceful for the most part. Very relaxing. Come out here on a Saturday afternoon. I think the historical park, which is where I'm at right now, is open, I think, only on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. I'm pretty sure those are the hours. And the High Point City Museum, which is right up there on top of the hill, I believe they're open Tuesday through Saturday. And I think their hours are about the same, 10 to 4:30, 10 to 5, somewhere around there. But you can always look for yourself. Just go to Google and Google High Point City Museum, and you can see their hours of operation there. But yeah, the historical park of the High Point City Museum right here. So that's going to do it for today's video here at the historical park in High Point, North Carolina. Got the Haley House right here behind me. Freaking love that house. But yeah, I've driven past here many times in the past and have always wanted to get out and film this place, learn the history of it, kind of get up close and personal. Today I did that, so I can officially check that off my list. Pretty happy about that. But yeah, if you're ever out here in High Point, definitely check this place out. It's right here next to the High Point City Museum. You can come out here and visit the historical park and the museum probably within about 2 hours. I would say probably walk this entire area and the museum within about an hour and a half, 2 hours max. So it would not flood your entire day. And you can come out here and learn the history of this place pretty quickly. So, but yeah, I had fun. I love learning new things. I love seeing these old style, like, structured buildings. I love that. But yeah, if I can learn something new every day, that's a plus. And today I learned a lot of things that I never knew about this High Point area. So like I said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Again, kind of random. I know it's not an abandoned style day, but not every day can be about abandoned locations. Because if I kept doing that, I think over time I would kind of get burnt out and wouldn't be fun anymore. So I have to mix it up and do different things. And that's what my channel is about. It's about kind of just doing anything and everything. Whatever I feel like filming, that's what I'll go do. I don't want to have just one particular kind of niche for my channel, even though I do love doing abandoned locations. I just think over time, just doing that over and over and over would just get too stale. So, but yeah, that's why I wanted to come out here and do a historical day, quote unquote historical day, and just see this place up close. And I did that, and it was awesome. So I hope you all enjoyed. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I cannot, again, put into words how grateful I am for all of you that have subscribed so far and commented just the love and support that you've all shown me. I know I have gotten some negative comments here and there, but that's part of the experience. But for those of you who will subscribe in the future, thank you as well. I am getting close to 2,000 subscribers. I cannot even believe that. I think I just passed 1,650 earlier today. But I never even imagined to get 100 subscribers, much less 2,000 subscribers. So I'm getting very, very close to 2,000. And honestly, I would never have imagined my channel to kind of kick off the way it has. So again, to all of you, thank you so much again. I just cannot put into words how grateful I am for all of your support. So, but yeah, I just want to go ahead and say that this coming Saturday, well, next Saturday, I will be doing something pretty freaking awesome. I've had this plan for about a month now, and I actually had to make this plan a month ago because this place is only open very, very rarely. And I will just say, if you are a retro gaming freak aficionado, then you will want to watch this video coming up next Saturday. Because like I said, this location is rarely open. You just can't go to it whenever you want. You have to plan a while in advance. So I just wanted to put that out there. I am so freaking excited about next Saturday. I have been wanting to go to this place for a long, long time. And I think, honestly, it's the only one in existence, at least from my understanding. I could be wrong, but I think it's the only one in existence. So, like I said, if you are into retro gaming, vintage gaming, stuff like that, you will want to watch next Saturday's video. So, just wanted to put that out there. But again, thank you all for watching. I know I'm rambling on and on. Thank you for watching. I love you all. I appreciate your support. And I hope you keep watching my videos in the future. So, signing off from the historical park in High Point, North Carolina. I had fun. Hope you all enjoyed. If you could, hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. It would mean a lot to me, and it would also keep you in the loop for future videos that I upload here on this channel. But other than that, take care, explore carefully, as always, and I will see you in the next one.